What's going on, all my growing partners? Nation Boy checking in, getting my rows ready, getting my beds ready for this year's growing season. And this message for all my new growers out there, all my new growers, bakers, and makers who are looking to hit the farmer's market, to get away from your job, that 9 to 5, and make a way for this new hobby, this new skill that you've been cultivating. I'm hoping to share my story with y'all real quick and expedite your process, right? As a young farmer, I had the same ambitions, working full time at the airlines, and I started farming and thinking, I'm gonna, switch full time farming. I only want to work with the land. This is what feeds my soul, my spirit, and I'm done with the rat race. And the first thing I'm thinking is, I'm gonna get my product. I'm gonna go to the market. I'm gonna sell out. If I can just get as much product as possible, I can sell it at the market, thus increasing my income. I'm out of here.
That's how we all think, man. Keep it real.
Well, let me share with y'all what'll happen. You go to the market, you pick a good one. Because you want a good one. You want one of the ones that you heard about. Only to go there and find out that they're full. They're full and they're not accepting any new applicants because they already have 10 farmers with that same produce you have, or that same type of bread that you have. And 9 times out of 10, the markets out of the good ones are already full with the same farmers and vendors from the last year and the previous year before that. And they kind of have first dibs. And a good market is going to be hard to get in. On top of that, a good market is going to run you a good bit of change. A good market is going to require you to pay at least, and I'm in the metro Atlanta area, an urban farming market with a lot of foot traffic is going to run you $400 to $600 per season. Now, mind you, these markets usually do break it down in weekly fees, so it doesn't seem so steep, but it's usually $30 to $40 a week, right? And you can do your own math, your own data. I'm just giving you a wide view. Now, this is the thing. That's for one day. Most of these markets run in multiple places. So they might have one on the west side, one downtown, one on the north side. They're all controlled by the same market, and you have access to those markets too. But you got to pay again per day. So you might go to one market on Saturday, pay $40. The other market on Sunday, pay $30. And then the one on Wednesday and pay $25, right? So typically in a urban area, brand new growers, bakers and makers are having to figure out, is it worth paying $1,200 to vend at a market? Can I pay $1,200 and am I guaranteed to make my money back? And that's a tough spot for a lot of us. I know I was there. I couldn't make it make sense. And then on top of that, let's say you go with a cheaper market. Okay, you're going to go with a cheaper market. They're newer. They got spaces available and they're welcoming you in. What's going to happen there? 9 times out of 10, they have no foot traffic. Why? Because the bigger markets they have all the people because they're more known in the area for a farmer's market. So it's very hard for a new market to be introduced and that has good foot traffic. Nobody knows about it. So you take the reduction in cost and you pay, instead of $1,200 to $1,500, you pay $600 to $800. You still paid all that money. And now you have a less likely chance of selling out on your produce. So what happens? That means that's wasted. You wasted gas. You wasted time, right? You wasted your energy, your products, right? And this is the normal routine. So again, I'm just trying to share my experience so that it fast tracks you, right? And I sat back and looked at it and I was like, man, we have to find a better way because now 2020 hit and we have so many new growers, bakers, and makers who hit the scene who also want to be sustainable, who also want to leave their cubicle or their day job and start to do more of the things they're passionate about, like herbalism and tincture making. That's just the reality. So you take the lesser of the two, right, expense-wise, and now you're holding on to your products, right? Both of those scenarios are lose-lose in my eyes, especially as a new grower, baker, maker. We didn't even get to the display. The better your market, the more they critique about how you can have your canopy, how big your sign has to be, how your setup has to be. You can't have nothing that's just sat on. Come on, man. That's a waste of money. And now you wasting your money on your setup too. So I've been there, y'all. Farm Fresh 24/7 is a market that's facilitating just this scenario where new growers, bakers, and makers, people who are not yet professional level, but they want to give it a try. They want to offer their services and their goods to their community. Farm Fresh 24/7 is where you need to be, right? Farm Fresh 24/7, free to download, free to post, just like Facebook Marketplace. It works like an Etsy shop though. So if you're somebody who is a business, you're a farmer, you're a gardener, you're a homesteader who operates as a, that's your primary or secondary source of income, like you're serious about it, you can actually run your market and have all your products on the Farm Fresh 24/7 app for free. Why? Because we are not trying to get the money. We're trying to build a community, a network of growers, bakers, and makers so that we can all have healthier options to pick from. And food deserts can be a thing of the past. And I'm just saying that's where I came from with the development of this app, because myself as a farmer was in your scenario where I could not make sense packing up, cutting all my fresh produce, washing it, bagging it, tagging it, getting it prepared for the next day, going, setting up, staying out there all day to only sell 30% of my produce. I'm just telling y'all the real deal. What happens when we have better options? What if you can just sell at your leisure? What if you can sell any day of the week? What if you're home all day and people can come anytime? You don't have to pay no gas. You don't have to go nowhere. You don't have to have the extra man hours, because I pick produce as it's ordered, or as people come down to my farm to buy. That's when I slice it. So I'm not wasting any time. I'm not wasting any resources. I'm not damaging the ozone layer. But more importantly, I'm now getting a relationship with somebody in my area, and they're getting to know me. So now I can build my own community base, right? I can build my own community base. I can have my own infrastructure on this app with no money. And this is where we have to go, because the food system is changing and we have to be in front of it. We have to understand what we all have to do. And I think as all these growers, bakers, and makers are popping up in the nation, we need to provide a space for them to sell their goods or barter their goods in their communities. So if you know a grower, baker, maker in your area, or your favorite farmer, tell your favorite farmer, your favorite gardener who does go to the farmer's market, tell them it's a better way. It's a better way. It's a more ethical way. It's a way that we can pay respects to the earth by not wasting the produce or wasting gas or wasting resources buying tent setups and canopies. We can simply do it at our home, on our farm, in our backyard, at a public space. We don't have to pay for it again. Let's create something new, y'all. Let's usher it in. All right, share the app Farm Fresh 24/7 with your favorite farmer and their favorite farmer, and let's become the change in our communities that we're looking for. All right, it's Nature Boy. That respect.